Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin gets a little more exciting after yesterday's spike to the upside. It started to look quite promising for a bullish scenario yesterday, but then obviously we had the strong wick down, or not a wick down, but just a very strong rejection after the fake news about the ETF that was apparently approved and then not, So Cointelegraph messed up the Bitcoin chart a little bit yesterday. Now, the situation since yesterday has, however, not really changed. Certainly doesn't look bullish, this strong rejection, but so far also Bitcoin hasn't taken out previous swing lows. So we cannot rule out higher. Still have to allow for higher prices in the white wave count, which is why I added it to the chart yesterday, and which is why I haven't taken it off again, because it's still technically possible. So after this low that was made on the 11th of September, I mean, my view is it's best to count it as an A wave, a B wave down in 3 waves, yeah, and then here the C wave to the upside. This larger B wave could have topped, and we might now be down on our way down in the C wave. That view is unchanged. But to keep that scenario basically alive, Bitcoin should now follow through to the downside and should avoid a break above 29,500, which is basically the resistance level that is now relevant. A break above 29,500 would be in favor of the white wave count, which, however, still needs to give us 5 waves. So we need to see 5 clear waves in order to have something more clearly bullish. So for anybody who's not familiar with Elliott Wave, what we want to see 5 waves up, okay? 5 waves up to have a first indication that a lasting low has been established. At the moment, only 3. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people on Twitter who claimed that this was a 5-wave move already. Well, visually it might be, but honestly, this is just 3. Yeah, the A wave in 3 waves, the wave A, B, and the C wave. We basically need another higher low and another higher high to have 5 reliable waves. Then we can call that a potential wave 1 with a wave 2 to the downside. We need 5 waves up, 3 waves down. 5 waves up alone are not going to be enough to confirm that on the 11th of September, a low has been established. And either way, it's not impulsive anyway. So it would have to be a diagonal structure, and you cannot trust diagonals. Every Elliott Wave analyst knows that. So, yeah, but so from my point of view, the yellow wave count is still very much in control here at the moment, even though we're pushing higher. But it is still, in my opinion, the probability still suggests that this is a B wave. Nevertheless, we cannot rule out the white wave count if resistance breaks. That's why we have resistance. And always bear in mind that wave counts, they don't tell you that resistance will hold. No, they just tell you where the price has a good chance to turn around. So don't treat them as predictive too much, especially not in the current price range. It's just a pivot, okay? It's just a pivot. So 29,500, I'm not telling you this will hold. Yeah, this is an area where in the yellow wave count, which I think is a little more likely, because the white wave count hasn't given us any indication that it's basically in control, okay? We haven't got 5 waves up, for example. Then we can look for 3 waves down, but we haven't even got the 5 waves up. But yeah, if 29,500 breaks, that would be our signal level that the white wave count is certainly getting stronger here, and the bulls really wanna drive it, okay? Which is what most people, to be honest, are waiting for. I mean, most people want, including me, we want the price to go above 32K to finally get to that 40 to 50K range. But Bitcoin's price is just very, very choppy. And I've been mentioning it throughout the entire year that the road to 40, 50K will be a rocky road. So the market is just simply at the moment doing what I've been telling you, that it is not going to be a straightforward rally to 40 to 50K. It's going to be choppy. It's going to be more difficult than most people would imagine because of the kind of market we're in at the moment. And that's exactly what the market is doing. I mean, I'm sure you've been frustrated about the market. Yeah, most people have at least. And that's exactly why, because this is just a choppy market, whipsaw market. Yeah, you can see how sensitive the market is. Just get a little bit of a news piece of news published, even fake news. Yeah, and it just sort of can move the market quite a bit in a day and then dump down again. Anyway, the yellow wave count, what do we need to see for the yellow wave count? So for the yellow wave count, the price could still push a little higher into resistance. It's still the resistance area I showed you yesterday between 28,550 and 29,500. From there, I would like to see a third wave down, then a fourth and a fifth wave. For the white wave count, I would like to see ideally another push, first of all, above 29,500 for a clearer third wave. And then we can look forward to a fourth wave, which should, however, be a healthy fourth wave. So it should be in length, roughly, time-wise, what the wave 2 did. So it's not enough to do this and this to count 5 waves. We want to have something that is similar to this before we go up in 5. Yeah, that's at the moment everything I can tell you about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.